Welcome into the Dolphins Today post-game show. I am Will Scott. We are here after the Dolphins have been eliminated from the NFL playoffs. A 34-31 loss in the wild card round to Buffalo. This was a game that everyone and their mother thought the Dolphins were going to get blown out. But instead, the Dolphins come out and they proved a lot of people wrong with their fight. And I'm proud of the fight in this Dolphins team. I'm going to break down all my mixed emotions here in a second, but at the end of the day, you have to be proud of the fight this Dolphins team had. They're that close in Buffalo without half their team. They're without Tua. Their offensive line is banged up. You had Robert Hunt, his first start at right tackle all year, and the Dolphins were that close in the end with the third-string rookie quarterback. So you ultimately have to be proud in the fight of this Dolphins team. And, not only was everyone expecting the Dolphins to get blown out here, the Dolphins get down 17-0, and we all think this is going to be a rout. And the Dolphins were able to tie things up right before half. They're down 3 at halftime. They take the lead on the defensive touchdown. The Zach Skylar scoop and score. Forced fumble from Eric Rowe. But Buffalo then, later on, scored 2 touchdowns in the final couple minutes of the third quarter. Miami's still resilient. They bounce back, make it a game. But what cost the Dolphins ultimately is they're driving down the field trying to tie or win this football game. It's 4th and 1. The offense breaks the huddle with 5 seconds left. Delay of game. They don't have any timeouts. 4th and 6. Next pass is incomplete. Probably should have been PI. Mike Gesicki was locked up. Should have been PI. Whatever. It wasn't called. And I know a lot of us are frustrated with the officials in this game, but that is why he lost this football game. Could have been an easy quarterback sneak on 4th and 1 to keep the drive alive. Maybe you go down and win the game. But instead, you lose the game with that delay of game call. Let's take a look at the box score. Skylar Thompson, the stats don't look pretty for Skylar, but I think he played a little bit better in the stat line. 18-45, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. That second interception came in the third quarter. The Dolphins had the lead. He was thrown out of his own end zone, 3rd and 19. Matt Milano sacked him. It was originally called an incomplete pass. And to be honest, I thought that was a bad call too. I thought Skylar got rid of it right before his knee went down, but they overturned it 3rd and 19, and Skylar threw a pick on the next play. They were not able to get the run game going. Jeff Wilson, 10 carries, 23 yards, 1 touchdown. I was frustrated that we saw more of him and less of Salvon Ahmed. When Salvon Ahmed was in this game, he made plays. Tyreek Hill, 7 receptions, 69 yards. Josh Allen, again, putting up big numbers against the Dolphins. He did throw 2 picks, but he also threw for over 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. James Cook, 12 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 7 receptions for 114 yards. Heavy majority of those came in the first half. Guys, who's to blame for this loss? Go down in the comments. Let me know. I think a lot of us are going to say Mike McDaniel because of the delay of game call at the end. That's coaching. It's really coaching, and that's been a problem for the Dolphins all year, not to mention some of the timeouts they burned earlier in this football game were because the clock was winding down and they weren't able to get the snap off. So very, very frustrating. Again, the Dolphins were down 17-0, and they lose by 3. They had a chance to win it in the end. So, look, I have just a lot of mixed emotions from this game. I'm sick to my stomach because this felt like a winnable game for the Dolphins. It really did. They had to settle for a lot of field goals early in this game. They're going down at the end, chance to win it. They're not able to keep the drive going there, largely in part to the delay of game. I'm angry. I thought the call at the end it was bizarre. So let's just say this is the first down line. The refs looked like they spotted a half yard short, and then they called the first down. There's not enough evidence to overturn it, apparently, which I thought there was, but apparently there wasn't. The call stood. The Dolphins should have had a chance there at the end. The officials had other ideas. So I'm mad at the officiating in this game, no question about it. Officiating was horrific. The Dolphins were without half their team, and they needed help from the refs still. But the officiating is not – look, we're talking about the officiating. In the end, the Dolphins' delay of game cost them this game. Some questionable decisions cost them the Dolphins this game. So it really wasn't fully on officiating. So I'm upset the Dolphins had a chance to win this game and didn't. But also, I'm proud of the fight. I'm proud of the resiliency from this Dolphins team. They get down 17-0. I think all of us are thinking this is going to be a rout. Everyone thought this was going to be a rout. Instead, the Dolphins showed a lot of fight. They're without half their team. They go in and were that close to beating a Buffalo Bills team that could very well win the Super Bowl. Josh, 56-79. I'm proud for that performance, but not from Waddle. Yeah, I mean, that Waddle drop in the first quarter, I'm going to be thinking about that for a while. Not as much because the Dolphins were still able to come back and make this a game. Waddle had 3 receptions, 44 yards. Yeah, that one drop from Waddle in the first half was really, really rough. Would have had probably 1st and 10, 30-yard line for Miami. Instead, Buffalo proceeds to get the ball and score 17 unanswered. Guys, we're complaining about the officials. You know the drill. It's Dolphins versus everyone. Subscribe if you're one of us and not a hater. We don't like the haters. I think Tony Romo is rooting for the Bills. He's a hater. Go down, subscribe to the channel. Almost at 39,000 subscribers, which is incredible. So go down, subscribe to the channel. We're very close to becoming the #1 Dolphins YouTube channel. Brian Aycock, $10 super chat. We appreciate you. Fins up and thanks, guys. Well, thanks so much, Brian. We appreciate the contribution to the channel. And thanks to all of you for tuning in all year. This is going to be the last Dolphins watch party we have until next season. So thanks so much for tuning in. It was a fun watch party, fun season. Obviously, a roller coaster season is what's going to define it. The Dolphins win 3 straight, lose 3 straight, win 5 straight, lose 5 straight, win against the Jets to make the playoffs. They sneak in, and then they're that close to winning their first playoff game in 22 years. So what's that Jonas Brothers song, year 3000? Well, you got to take a trip to the year 2000. Last time the Dolphins won a playoff game. It's been a long time. We've been very patient. Thought we had it today for a second. They just couldn't get it done. But it's still a good effort from this Dolphins team. Busch Gardens fandom. If Skylar hadn't thrown those 2 picks, we would have won. Yeah, sure. I thought Skylar did a lot of good things. I thought he did a lot of bad things. In the end, though, he's a 3rd-string rookie quarterback on the road, 3rd career start. I mean, what can you expect? I mean, he did a lot of good things, so he made a lot of good plays. But that second interception specifically really came back to haunt Miami. It changed the entire game. Dolphins had all the momentum. Bills had a short field. They went down and scored back-to-back touchdowns. 2 touchdowns in less than 4 minutes for Buffalo there. Carter Reimer, what's up? I love X. He's one of the best Dolphins corners in history, but his time as a Fin is up. Yeah, X had a rough day outside that 1 interception. He did have that 1 pick that got the Dolphins back in the game. So credit to him there. But, yeah, I mean, Stephon Diggs in the first half at least really had his number. I thought X played a lot better in the second half. 508, Cole, 508. The NFL got predictable, and they just won another Bills versus Chiefs AFC Championship game. Probably. The officiating in this game was not good. I just, ending a team's season on that last call, just bad. Really, really bad call. And it looked like the ref spotted him short, and then they say he got a first down. It really didn't make much sense to me. What is the biggest offseason need for the Dolphins? Now we can look forward to the offseason. Some of y'all might say quarterback. It's not quarterback. The Dolphins have the quarterback that led the NFL in passer rating, and Adam Schefter, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow. But Adam Schefter reported that Tua is going to be back next year as a starter, which should be the case. I would say offensive line. I would actually say running back, too. I would bring Josh Jacobs to Miami. I think that'd be a good fit. Luke Vanden says, look, we had a great season, but Josh has got to go. We need a QB who can see and not get hurt. It's been a fun season, Willie Fins. Or are you going to be here next season? That's the plan, brother. That's the plan 100%. Willie Fins! It's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to next season. Look, we had a great... Oh, I'm sorry. Can you go back to that? I was not done reading that. He says Josh Boyer's got to go. Yeah, I think Josh Boyer's going to get canned. I really do. And Josh Boyer, when he was asked about his future later on, or I should say late in the regular season, it kind of sounded like he knew he was on the way out. Maybe a win today would have saved his job. And the defense did play well at times, but Josh Boyer's got to go. Mark King, what's up? $5 super chat. We appreciate you. Well, at least we made a game of it. What are the chances Arias starts next year? Super Chat King one more time. Mark King, the Super Chat King. Yes, sir. Love that song. Chances Arias starts. Do you know who he's referring to? Area? I'm trying. Let me know, Mark, who you're referring to. I don't know if that's a typo or not. But let me know down in the comments who you're referring to there. A.B. Putney, appreciate Super Chat. Skylar was under tons of pressure. Better O-line, we would have won the game. Yeah, I mean, I've said offensive line all year. I mean, the offensive line was banged up. You had to start Robert Hunt at right tackle. Lester Cotton got the start. He hadn't played all year. He's playing a playoff game. Yeah, the offensive line could have been a lot better. I feel like the fam I see in the comments, and I fully agree with you. Skylar was under tons of pressure. Yeah, the offensive line kind of failed Skylar today for sure, and all season. John Ruiz. John Ruiz be the most aggressive GM in football. Sign Tom Brady, Josh Jacobs, Taylor Moton, Saquon Barkley, Kareem Hunt, Vic Fangio, Orlando Brown, Tevin Jenkins, Jesse Bates, Dalton George, Rob Gronkowski. I think Josh Jacobs is the most likely there. I think Tom's going to Las Vegas. Tua should be back next year as a starter. Tua had a better year than Tom Brady, if we're being honest. You need a running back. You just need a running back. Mostert should be RB2 next year. Maybe bring him back. I don't know if I want to bring Jeff Wilson back. Sign Josh Jacobs. Saquon would be great. I think Saquon's going back to New York, and he just scored for them in that game. Malcolm Livingston, $5 super chat. I love it when you call me Big Malcolm. It was fun while it lasted. Hope to see you next season, Willie fans. I appreciate you, Malcolm. Thanks so much, man. I had a lot of fun with you all this season. A lot of fun. Again, roller coaster season. A lot of good, a lot of bad. I think the future's bright. I think this could have been a Super Bowl caliber team if Tua would have been healthy in the postseason, which is just unfortunate. But be sure to go down, subscribe to our channel. Are we good on time here, Rolling? Subscribe. Again, thank you so much for tuning in throughout the entire season. Your support of the channel has been unbelievable. We're this close to becoming the #1 Dolphins YouTube channel. And I think when I took over the channel, we were about 12,000 behind. So that's crazy. And that's a testament to all of you and your support of the channel. So thanks so much. Again, I think we all have mixed feelings for this game. I think a lot of us are happy that the Dolphins were able to make this a football game. But I think a lot of us are sick that they had a chance in the end, and that delay of game really killed Miami. 4th and 1, you have a tall quarterback. It should be a QB sneak. You also have the best fullback in the league, arguably, Alec Engel. Fullback dive gets you that first down 9.5 times out of 10. So, yeah, I'm frustrated the Dolphins were not able to have a chance there in the end. We'll take Chad Jones' question here before we end the postgame show. But I just a lot of mixed emotions right now, I think, for Dolphins fans. Chad Jones, we'll take one more question here. Ross wants Tom Brady, go after Gronk, trade Gesicki to an X. Thanks, Will Austin. Love your show. Chad Jones, clap it up for Chad Jones, man. He ends the season as our Super Chat MVP. More Super Chats sent in from Chad than anyone else. We appreciate you so much, Chad, watching from up there in Virginia. Ross wants Tom Brady. Go after, yeah, Ross probably does want Tom Brady, but Tua had the better year. If Tom comes to Miami, I could see Gronk coming out of retirement, but I don't think Tom's coming to Miami. Gesicki probably going to leave him for free agency, and I would expect Tua and X to come back. I think Tua deserves to be the guy, and I think X's contract is too big to trade him. So that at the end of the day, I just think the contract's too big. But again, thanks to all of you for tuning in. This has been Willie Fins. Offseason starts now, and we're still going to get you daily Dolphins content in the offseason, free agency content, draft content, rumors content, news content. So we'll have a perfect offseason video, I think, for you guys tomorrow to kind of talk about what the Dolphins need to do in the offseason. This has been Will Scott. Thanks, Nick Roloff. We're going to stay live here, but that was the Dolphins Today postgame show after the 34-31 loss to the Buffalo Bills.